What's up, everybody? So I'm coming to you today with This is True Boxing. Thank you for coming back to get hit with the truth. Today, this is an opinion piece on what I believe to be the Top Rank downfall, or changeover, or whatever you want to call it. I'm calling it the Top Rank downfall. And again, guys, if you like my page, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, positive comment. If you don't like it, thumbs down in the negative comment. I want open honesty. I'm just trying to pump the information out there, get it to you guys. And I appreciate any kind of support. So let's jump into it real quick. Let's jump into why I believe Top Rank is on the downfall, or could be. So I'm gonna start with the handling of Terence Crawford. Bob Arum, recently has just been, he just has been talking a lot of shit and out in the open about his own fighters and his own people. And I think he's really going to turn a lot of people off with his attitude lately. Start with the Terence Crawford situation. After Crawford's last fight in November against Kell Brook, he openly spoke about how hard it is to get Crawford to fight, and pretty much kind of dogged out Crawford, that it was Crawford's fault, and man, that's just so untrue. It's not Crawford's fault that Bob Arum and Top Rank cannot work out deals with the PBC to make the big fights happen. That's not Terence Crawford's fault. Crawford actually has a big following, and I really think that was if Crawford hadn't already made up his mind about his contract that's up in October, that should have been the final nail in the coffin. And Crawford, one of his stars, he's going to lose him. I highly doubt Crawford signs with Top Rank again. He just cannot get any fights because Top Rank and will not work with the PBC to make the fights realistic. Then his recent handling of Teofimo Lopez after Triller swung in and, won the purse bid for the fight between Lopez and George Kambosos. Top Rank only bid, I believe it was just over $2 million for that fight. Triller ended up winning it at $6 million, but I just feel like they should have invested more because they didn't even finish second. You had Eddie Hearn and Matchroom finish second for that fight, and it was just and he said, oh, whatever, we made almost $1 million to not even host the fight because that's the fee they get for being the promoter of Teofimo Lopez and not putting on the fight. But that's it. It was just like, so what? It is what it is. And now Teofimo Lopez is talking about leaving Top Rank. And you go in from one veteran, undefeated champion, Crawford, who, hey, if you want to stick a fork in that guy, that's a mistake because he's badass. He's pound for pound one of the best. But at least Crawford's on the other half of 30. Like, Lopez is only 23, 24 in that area, and that's just a mistake to have that attitude about Teofimo Lopez. Like, to just kind of write him off and let him go sign with somebody else. And I really believe that Top Rank, they have a strong stable still. They still have a lot of good fighters, but I'm going to start believing that a lot of the top tier fighters, and then it's going to trickle down, they're going to start doing what Canelo is doing and signing smaller term deals because they know their worth. They're going to start knowing their worth and understanding their worth, and they're going to see that if the top dog's not signing a long-term contract because he's going to get paid, then these other guys with names are going to get paid by somebody. You have the three warring networks, ESPN and Top Rank, they're together. The PBC, Showtime, and Fox, they're together. And then you have the Zone that works with Eddie Hearn and Matchroom and Golden Boy and all those guys, and Oscar De La Hoya. So, those guys are going to pay money to free agents to get them on their network and fighting. And they all have a shitload of money to dish out. So, I think it's a healthy thing, but, the Bob father, the guy that's been around forever, Bob Arum, to me, he's become the Al Davis and Jerry Jones of boxing. his way worked. His way still works a little bit to some extent because he still has a strong stable and can put on a lot of good fights. But this attitude of, oh, well, he doesn't have that strong a stable to just say, oh, well, to some of these guys like Teofimo Lopez and Terence Crawford. It's going to hurt his brand. And I think he needs, Todd DeBuff, I believe that's who's taken over once, because really Bob Arum's not giving up that power until he dies. Like I said, Al Davis, Jerry Jones. Al Davis died before he gave up that power. So you're going to see a similar type situation, in my opinion, with Bob Arum. He's not giving up shit until he moves on, into the next life. So, as sad as that is, because he's been around forever and he's brought us some great fights. It's the truth, in my opinion. And Todd DeBuff, his son-in-law, I hope he has a game plan, and I hope he's more open to working with the other networks, because that's the only way that you keep some of these fighters happy, especially the stars. So that's it, guys. That's my opinion piece on the possible top-ranked downfall. Hope you guys enjoyed it a lot. I appreciate the support. True Boxing, you may hit with the truth.